Thank you so much for letting us in.
Absolutely.
Every time I come in this house, I'm just thinking of all the details. It's the windows, it's the steel beams, it's the ensuite bathrooms, it's the privacy from the front when it's tucked in. And I know it's been an evolution. So I don't know the whole story. So tell me about like your evolution from building houses.
Okay, so Dave and I, even from early in our marriage, we just loved the process of building a home. And when we were first married, we bought a home that was almost finished on 25th Street in Ogden, which is really unique to in the avenues find a new construction. Okay. And when we moved in, we decided to finish the basement in the yard, and we just loved a project together. We're a good team, and since then we built, this is our 7th home over 20 years of marriage, and it's always just a fun adventure. It's something.
Have they all been projects? Sorry.
Yeah, no, they've all been projects. Dave's the leading man for sure, so it's funny, he doesn't love to maybe be on camera as much, but he's the talent behind this. Okay. He's the driving force. He really loves building. He loves the whole process. And I just kind of tag along and help pick out the details.
I don't believe that, but you're right about like Dave's intensity comes around when you start talking about the house and the attention to details. I think both of you do that well.
Yeah, so things like steel that you mentioned, that was all Dave. Like he's like, I want to try building a home that has steel components. And in my mind, I was thinking like an industrial space, and I'm like, ooh, this does not sound like a good fit. I was really steering away from it, but like again, he's kind of, like I said, he's the one that's really leading the project. I softened to it, and I think we came up with a good compromise where we still were able to soften those details and get them to feel warm. And again, we don't really have a lot of training. We just kind of travel. We see things we like. We take pictures. We go to home shows. We gather. We always have an idea board going and brewing together. It's fun. Almost daily, I'll get a picture from Dave like, what do you think of this? And I'll be like, well, what do you think of this? And it's become something fun. Our kids are getting older, so it's like a little fun project for us to work on together.
Do the kids get involved too? Or
yeah,
not
Dave always lets them choose their room. It's always in order of who lives there the longest. Like, so Sophie gets the first choice. He cares about making sure that they feel like it's their home and their space. Make decisions as a family and decide, this is our home. What feels the most at home to you?
What do you think? Like, I think about this. So I've been in a lot of these really pretty homes up here and just in the area, and yours stand out. So what would you say are your, like the Dunyon design kind of characteristics, like the big, this is what we do?
Well, you're kind. I don't know if ours stand out, but that's a very nice compliment. It comes with a lot of love. Like, we love what we're doing. I think most people look at the construction process like it's a burden or a chore. Mm-hmm. And like, even before we start, we're like, okay, we're going to spend, a year of our life on this. We're going to love it. We're going to make it a part of us. We're going to make it something special. We're going to try to make it different and fun and creative. And by building homes, you build equity in homes, and you're able to build the homes that you like. It's hard as our kids are starting out. Like, you don't get, of course, a home like this immediately, but it's something that we've been able to work together and be able to evolve. And we always hope our home has just a beautiful spirit in it, and it makes people feel welcome. And so the fact that you have felt comfortable coming again and again, we love that.
I literally walked, like the first time, I think it's been a year since I walked through with Brandy, right before Thanksgiving last year when we first walked through.
We're going to probably sell it at some point.
Exactly. Yeah. And I walked in, and I went home and told Melody, I said, I for sure just walked through my favorite house I've ever been into. Oh, and a year later, I've done a lot of this, and it stands. To me, you're right. Like, it's definitely, there's some beauty to it, but the feeling in the home, you've really nailed it about, just it pushes you outside like you want, but it also keeps you inside, and it's cozy. You guys have talked about entertaining tons of people. What's the biggest party you've had?
We had our daughter's wedding, so that was actually a big challenge. We moved in, and that next summer, we decided to get the pool and the yard done for a June wedding. And so that was probably Dave's biggest job of all time, because to get all of that when we had a really late winter, he had like a month and a half to just nail it. And I even told him, like, hey, you know what, as long as we have the pool and the deck done, like, we don't have to have the yard. We'll be fine. Like, it's okay. But he got it completely done. And so we had probably close to 350 guests that were able to kind of flow in, flow outside, flow through our garage. We didn't show the garage, but it is painted like so pretty, because we knew that this house would have her wedding, and if it were to rain, that was our backup space. Okay. So that was our biggest party. But we've hosted graduation parties, lots of showers, friends and family, like Thanksgivings, Christmases.
You had girls' camp. I came up here
one
time.
Yeah, we had girls' camp.
They get camp out here.
Yeah, like we just wanted it to be a space to share, and like, we love people come and they stay a long time, and that's really why we built this.
It's interesting too, because there's been times when I've just come and it's just been you and Dave here, and on this main level, it's kind of just cozy in this little half section.
It could be totally great for 2 people, or it could have 50 people. Yeah. Either way.
That's awesome. So you said the pool. That's been the first time you've done that here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we were hesitant because it's so cold in the valley, right? We're like, will we use it? We used it all the time. Like, our kids came up all the time. Every day, Soph would come from school and just do her homework outside. Like, I think we'll have a pool from now on. We really, really enjoyed it.
When do you think your window was that you actually did use it?
April until, I think we turned it off end of October.
We had a great fall this year,
so
that helped. But April, 6 months, if you can get 6 months out of it, that's awesome. Yeah. Every time I did come here in the summer or drove by, your girls were outside.
Yeah.
So
We do always ask your team though, we'd always reach out to Brandy like, well, what do you think? Like, do you think it's important to be in a gated neighborhood? And she's like, absolutely. And she's like, we're like, what about a pool? She goes, well, a pool is good for 50% of buyers. And so, some people will like a pool, some people won't. So those are things that, we always do want to build a home that, of course we love, but that has an opportunity for someone else to love too. So those details can, be perfect for some, and some may not want a maintenance of a pool. But for our family and for the idea of entertaining, it upped the game. We love it.
Okay, so from here going into the 8th project, what are you taking from here and what's going to be new?
Okay, so we really like this home. I could have built the same home. Of course, we want to challenge ourselves and try to evolve. And so the next home will have more breezeways, and those will become like, this kind of feels like a breezeway with our windows. We'll have some of those components. And we have done master suites with separate bathrooms in each one, just because our kids are older now, and so it feels like them each having their own master suites and bathrooms is important. We have the golf simulator. We know we're doing a pool now, so we'll have a pool, more of a pool space that leads into that. And
another
I kind of want to make
room?
It a little, we're going to have a sauna and a wellness fitness room. Just again,
I need an invite.
Those infrared, is that right?
Yeah.
Those are kind of becoming popular.
Yeah, with red light therapy and all
we
the
aren't going
things.
to do an ice bath again because we all don't like cold as much, we've decided. But like, there's just little things you fine tune. But I could build the same house again. We've really loved it. I think it will have the same color scheme, because these colors, it's funny how as you build more, you just kind of find things that just speak to you. They're like, these are just our colors. And so that taupe, the light grays and tans, those are really things that I feel like we'll just continue in. We love the open windows. We just, I think a lot of the same components.
You've done such a good job too of bringing color. So, there was a time where it was really sterile. Everything was really white. And that didn't hit the valley as much, but you do a good job of keeping neutrals, but then you bring pops of color. You do a really good job.
As long as it's like in that gray tan pop of
gold,
color. Like,
copper.
I do. I really try to stay in those, but you're being way too kind. Like, we
No, I
truly
really
just
am not,
go off
though.
of things that we like, and we're like, I hope other people like it too. And luckily, Dave and I, we make decisions quick. That's one advice I'd say if people are building. We make a decision and we stick with it. So I think that's one thing that can drive you crazy. If you choose a paint color, love that paint color.
Yeah.
Like, don't then go back to a paint store and look for 10 more colors. It just will drive you crazy, and it'll drive your spouse crazy. So we do try to make a decision, be married to that decision, love that decision, never look back. And I think that that is one thing that we make pretty quick decisions, and that really helps the process.
Okay, so I have to ask you a question. So we have, one of the things I've really noticed about the Valley this year is there are, in my mind, I could probably pick 10 lots that I think are incredible. I think the price is right, and people are so nervous about building right now. And it's been interesting because we're in the process, like we've just got our custom home design, and you guys have been so inspirational. What you just said is funny, is Dave said, just do it. It'll be part of you. It'll be part of you and Melody. It'll be this project that brings you together. Sure, there might be some tension, but it's going to be a positive thing for you. So thank you. Like, that inspiration has been like, we've needed that little kick in the pants. But I see these lots, and I've seen people come and look at it, and they're just so nervous about that process and what the equity is going to look like, and cost and decisions. Like, someone that saw a lot and they loved, what would you and Dave kind of tell someone like I'm sure it's going to be take the plunge and just get after it. But
well, that's a really good question, because there also are a lot of existing homes, and if you are new to home building, like, maybe start with a smaller project. Maybe buy one of the, like, our friend's home, the Crookston's is for sale right now, is the most beautiful home I've ever seen. Like, I would take a home like that and maybe play around with the basement and maybe make some changes. If you haven't built before at all, like, we built up, like, our first house was like $117,000 home. It's just a tiny, cute little home. We could practice on it. And so
sense.
I wouldn't say, like, because it is expensive. I always say, like, go for it, and it's better to do it now than in 2 years. But if you're hesitant at all and you don't feel like you make good decisions with your spouse, maybe start with a smaller project, buy a home, remodel some things, and build some equity and get into it.
Or I guess use a builder, right?
Oh yeah, a builder for sure. Yeah,
because
that's
that might take some of those.
Yes. Oh, builders, and we have such wonderful builders in the valley.
Maybe it feels daunting to do it yourself. Still, maybe you can, if you can swing it financially.
And if you are looking to build, what I always say is go in, get 100 to 1,000 pictures that you like. Just start finding pictures you like, and then go back through them, and you'll start finding patterns of what your style is. Because a lot of people are like, I'm only going to do this once. I don't want to get it wrong. And so, just really try to fine tune what your look is, and then just roll with that. So,
I like that.
Yeah. So we didn't build for quite a few years because we were raising our family. So it also depends on stage of life. So it is fun though to be able to see a project from start to finish, and to just call it home, and to have had that equity and that excitement about the project.
You guys are awesome. Well, thanks for letting us in. I can't wait to see the next project.
Oh,
thanks. But thanks for walking us around. You guys are humble about it, and I wish you weren't as humble about it, because I wish But what comes through is just the passion for the project, and your teamwork is so fun to watch. It's something that I think all of us on a personal level and on a like professional build design level, we all kind of like, there's the Dunyon design level, and we gotta all reach up to it.
You're kind. Well, Dave, he loves the process. He loves following it day to day. I'm more, like I said, more behind the scenes. I love picking the designs. Just went to market in High Point and got to pick some of the furniture and are helping others with some projects too, which is fun. But we work and travel. That's our main thing that we do. And by traveling a lot and seeing different spaces, it's just become fun to be able to bring them back to the Valley.
Well, please keep doing it, because the Valley needs it. And
Thank
we all need it.
The Valley is beautiful.
Yeah, we got it.
Despite us, but thank you. You're
Cool.
kind.